Good. You're doing great. I was expecting Evanescence whenever you were like, wake me up!
I get it.
Yeah. Hey, so long as you got it, that was just for you. That was just for you. But no, like she said, my name is Sebastian. My friends call me Seabass because I'm not gay enough to be a rainbow trout. It's a slow build. It's a slow build kind of night. No, I just got back from Kentucky. I'm originally from Kentucky, which I know throws a lot of people off because I don't have a very obvious accent. Comes out whenever I say certain expressions, like I have twin cousins named Harley Davidson and Gunner Storm. You can hear it a little bit more on that one. But no, it was the weirdest thing going back home to Kentucky. Like, I'm just going to talk about Kentucky shit in my family for a little while. I got off the plane for Kentucky and I saw 3 posters right in the airport. The very first one was a Jim Beam, like, bourbon beer type of thing that they're doing with Budweiser. I was like, okay. And the third one was for the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. So you can like go through all the distilleries and get like a basic little passport and like get stamped every time you like admit you're an alcoholic. But the one in the middle was veteran suicide awareness, which is a very important topic to think about between your drinks. So just remember to think about it because they are. Yeah. Slow build. No, it was good to see my family though. It was really good. Like I got to hang out with my dad. My dad and I are really close, but we've been trying over the last few years since I moved away. We got closer. He got me 23andMe for Christmas this year. It's kind of a weird gift. It's a weird thing for a living ancestor to get you a kit to learn more about your ancestry. I think it was him saying I need to call more often. That's what he's trying to say there. But no, I think he wasted his money. Like, he didn't need to spend $100 to know that my ancestors need sunblock. It's pretty obvious. You can look at me and just know that fact. Also, as someone with a nickname, I'm glad we don't let people pick their nicknames anymore. Like, people were doing stupid shit with that. Like, the last time we let someone pick their nickname, the Nazis called themselves the Master Race. And like, I'm sorry, if you're like the only group of people the sun can kill, that's not you. I don't think anybody is, but I know it's not you. Doing those jokes together isn't to say that like my ancestors are racist, but my dad wears New Balances. You can draw your own conclusions. There's a lot of pressure from my family though. Like that whole side of my family is like doctors and pharmacists and bankers, and I'm like doing the arts. My family is a family of winners from there. Like even my granddad, like he died from cancer after the 3rd time, but like not from the cancer. Like he had an oxygen tank, tripped over the tube and broke his hip. Went in for hip surgery, bone marrow got into his bloodstream and he had a heart attack and died. This is very true and very tragic, but it's also the most complex middle finger anyone has ever given cancer. I think Granddad went out the way he wanted to with that one. Like, I'm gonna chalk that as a win on the board. Speaking of winners, I think Cruella de Vil did it. I think she won. I really do. When's the last time you saw a Dalmatian? Think it? Yeah. They're dead. They're gone. Like, all the Dalmatians are gone. I think Cruella de Vil is the most evil Disney villain out there. Like, everyone else is just after power, really. Like, Jafar, Scar, Ursula, they just want to be in charge of wherever they're at. Look at Cruella de Vil. She's trying to wear the skin of dead puppies like some Buffalo Bill motherfucker. She's over here like, would you take me for a walk? I would take me on a walk. Now, I'm going to switch gears for a second. I heard somebody saying there's a lot of dad shit right there. I'm talking about my mom. I'm gonna just look at you for a minute. No, so my parents are divorced. My mom got remarried last year. And I was not invited to that wedding because they eloped in Vegas. And when I heard that, I was like, that is some 16 and dumb shit. Like, that is reckless. And then I found out he is worth a couple mil. And I was like, get your money. Like, go, Mom. I have student loans to pay off. Let's make this happen. But nah, I think it's cool. She's come to visit me a few times in Portland. I've had a few friends visit me in Portland since I moved here. One of my friends who came to visit, he was like, what do we do here in Portland? And I was like, I don't know. So we got day drunk and wound up at a hospital. We were brewery hopping on the east side and took the SkyTram, not knowing that the SkyTram took you to OHSU. And then we were day drunk at a hospital. Like, what the fuck do you do? That's what we were asking ourselves. So we decided to pretend to be someone's relative. Because we both did improv in college and thought this would be a great use of our skills. So we went into some guy's room, we were like, oh, Uncle Boyorshana! It's been so long! He was like, nurse, get these boys away, I don't know them. Oh, our uncle, his illness makes him forget things, you know. Look how he treats us. I was like, nurse, don't forget boys I never met. Get them gone. So as we're getting escorted out, he realizes I still have vodka in my jacket. He's like, wait! Alexei and Emir, come give your uncle a big hug. He brings us in close and he whispers into our ear, if you don't leave that whole bottle of vodka, I'm going to have you both gut like a fish. So we hang out. We reminisce about things that never happened and we get the fuck out. And now we're continuing the day drunk in the middle of downtown. There's a stand-up I'm getting to later that night. I'm like, oh man, what are we gonna do? And my buddy Kiefer's like, well, hey man, what do you do? Like, whenever you're in town. He really talks like this. I'm not fucking this up. This is real. I'm like, no. Well, Portland's known for its strip clubs, so we at the club. Drunk as fuck. And, you know, it's like, it was a surprisingly therapeutic experience. Like, if I'm gonna spend $100 to have someone half-ass listen to what I, like, think and feel, like, you know, it's kind of like therapy, but, like, you know, I'm with someone attractive rather than someone who looks like Mr. Rogers fucked my 7th grade science teacher. Like, that's a better trade-off for me. And, you know, Tokyo's asking the real questions here, like, what would my stripper name be? I panicked and said the first thing that came to my mind, pumpkin spice. But I'm gonna leave you with that. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good night. Woo!